Hi everyone, my name is Nontumekelelo Magwa. I'm a natural hair enthusiast. I'm passionate about travel in Africa, and I think I'm generally just rooting for everyone black. On this channel, really, I just want to talk about my hair and share my hair journey. I did see from the previous comments that some people were saying, no, bring back like the African content and all of that. I think where I have the opportunity to do that, I will, like the home vlogs when I do travel. Because we out here, guys, we're traveling. I think I want to share that with you guys as well. And yeah, I actually realized from the past videos that I uploaded that I have so many people who value and support me, which was just strange because I wasn't expecting to hear from anyone, honestly. My idea was I'm just going to try and find a new audience. I didn't think anyone who was previously subscribed to my channel would be, I don't know, like, yay, she's back. Like, I wasn't expecting that. And it was such a warm reception, and I'm really grateful for that, you guys. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, but I think the channel is taking a bit of a different direction because it's going to be heavy on my natural hair. And I've also come to realize that a lot of the people who'd previously subscribed to my channel were actually interested in the law content. At the time, I didn't realize that, but yeah. Anyways, if you're interested in that, I do a lot of it on TikTok, and I just show my life as a lawyer and how that's going on. So maybe check that out because I don't think you're going to see that here. You're not going to see that here. Here, we're really going to talk about my hair and maybe the African stuff that people have suggested. Today, I just wanted to talk to you guys about my hair journey. And the reason why I think this is important, or why I think my channel is important, or why I feel a personal responsibility to do this, is because one, I finally feel like I'm getting success with my hair. Like, genuinely, I think I'm getting so much success, you guys. My hair is like at armpit length right now, like here. And this is the longest my hair has ever been in my life. So I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. Whatever I've been doing in the past months is actually working so well in terms of like growing my hair. So I want to share that journey. And I know there's a lot of us who struggle with like trying to figure things out. So I think at my core, that's one thing. I'm always trying to see how can I share information to help other people who are perhaps confronted with the same issues or have the same interests. So that's one thing, to share my journey and to share useful information that I think can help people as well. And then the other one is the natural hair community actually got a big knock a couple of years ago. Like, we took a big knock. A lot of people either relaxed their hair, some turned to locks, they just lock their hair, and then others like myself thugged it through, but without a crash out or two, because I big chopped in 2020 because I was so frustrated with my hair and like not knowing what's going on. And it coincides with the time when a lot of us were just like, nah, what the hell is wrong with this hair? You know, when you've been like natural for like 3-4 years and the hair is still here. And you're like, why not? Can't do, what type of hair is this? So for me, as you will see from the pictures that I'm gonna put up, really it's not gonna be synchronized, guys, because now at this point I've even forgotten how to edit. But I'm going to put up a picture of what my hair looked like in February at the beginning of the year, just when I had decided that no, you know what, I am going to go on this length retention journey and I'm going to try this natural hair thing again and see if I can't figure it out. Because I think at my core, I've always believed that natural hair, or 4C hair rather, 4C hair is good enough, and 4C hair can grow. Because for me, any other interpretation that says 4C hair can't grow sounds like internalized racism. What do you mean it can't grow? Are you saying there's something wrong with you? Are you saying you're defective? And so even though I struggled for years with the hair problems that I was facing, I never accepted that this is just the reality of what my hair can be, and there's nothing else I can do, and it's just my genes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just my genes. This hair can never improve, not improved, can never improved. So yes, that belief that I'm good enough and that belief that being black is good enough challenged me to say, okay, I'm experiencing such and such an issue. How do we fix it? So I actually made a very short TikTok. Well, most TikToks are short, isn't it? And it literally has about over 100K views on TikTok. So I'm very excited, showing the progress that I made in my hair, like in a period of like 4 months, when I started like actively and intentionally trying to retain length, because I've always wanted long hair. Like, I don't care what anyone says. No, I want long hair. I want long hair. I want long hair. I just want long hair, right? And I'm gonna grow it myself. And two things that I noticed from this video that made me both happy and sad. I think the one was a lot of people relating, or a lot of people like, eh. And I'm like, we can't all be struggling with this hair, but it makes sense. A lot of black women do struggle with knowing how to take care of their hair, and struggle with their hair just not giving what you would think or expect it to give. And for me, I think what has made this problem particularly pronounced is the fact that I wasn't relaxing my hair. I wasn't even applying heat to my hair. So it just didn't make sense. Like, I'm not even damaging you. Like, how are you not growing? Like, sissy, like, why are you thin? So yeah, a lot of people related to that. But now let's get straight back on track to what this video is about. So I realized that I think what was missing in my hair care routine was protective styling. Because over the years, and I've been natural since I was like, what, 15? Over the years, I've tried so many things, but I never really had the lane. So I was like, well, there's one thing that I haven't tried, protective styling. What if I actually try this protective styling things? Is it going to give me the length that I'm looking for? So already at the beginning of the year, I decided that I'm no longer going to wear out my hair like how I used to, because I used to wear it out in an afro or in a pony. Like, I just loved over the years. So I was like, okay, no, we're going to start doing protective styling. That's when first I saw a lot of videos online saying you need to get a trim, cut off all the damaged ends and all of that stuff. And I myself could also tell that I needed it, because, you know, like when you're brushing your hair and there's a lot of like breakage and stuff like that, that suggested to me that, okay, obviously I must have a lot of split ends, and now the little bits and pieces are breaking off as I'm brushing my hair or trying to style it or something like that. So there's a girl, I don't know if you guys know her. She's the owner of Braids by Fuyo, and she used to have a YouTube channel back in the days, and she had the most gorgeous hair in the world. She had hair, okay? She still does have hair. She's got like gorgeous head of hair, right? And I'd always followed her journey. And even when she started a hair salon, she was always someone that I thought to myself, I need to see this lady. I need to see this lady. But yeah, one, I think in the past I couldn't afford to go to see her. And two, my location wasn't ideal, like, you know, because she was like in Joburg and maybe I'd be far and stuff like that. But eventually now, because I was like, oh, I'm close enough and I really want to start this hair care journey and hair growth journey, let me go see her. So I had my first appointment with her, and I feel like the experience that was most helpful there was the consultation, because in the consultation she helped me identify the issues that I was experiencing with my hair, like what is causing this. Like, maybe I should put up the picture again here. Like, you can see on the right side of my head, my hair is very thin. And that's the thing also about blow drying your hair. It will humble you. I mean, yes, even when my hair was out in an afro, you could always tell that the one side was thinner than the other one. But baby, when you blow dry it, the truth just really comes out. So the right side of my hair is like significantly thinner. It was also shorter. And I was just like, I don't understand this. At this point, I've now been natural for, back in January when I was there, it was like almost, what, 4 or 5 years? Because I cut my hair in 2020, I think 5 years. And I'm like, I I can't do this. What's wrong with this hair? So yeah, basically she helped me identify what could be the potential issues that I'm experiencing, or what could be causing the issues that I'm experiencing. And we found out that a lot of what I have is actually mechanical damage, because I'm not using heat on my hair. I'm literally not putting any chemicals on my hair, clearly, like relaxer or anything like that. I wasn't even wearing braids. So I think, like I said in the previous video, the part that's often overlooked in our hair care journey is the fact that just because you're natural, then, and you're not doing any harmful hair practices or obvious ones, like I said, the heat damages and the chemical damages, you don't think about how big of an impact that the mechanical damage due to how you actually treat your hair or how you tend to your hair can cause severe issues, like with me in my case. So at first she asked me, like, am I wearing a bonnet when I go to sleep every night, like a silk one? And I was like, girl, I've been wearing that thing since I was 11 years old. There's just no ways that's about that. And I mean, even with my pillowcases, they're also like satin, but my headscarf as well, also satin. Like, that's not it. And if my headscarf falls off during the night, I can feel that. I cannot sleep without a headscarf. Like, I'm prepared to say since as young as 9 years old, if that thing comes off my head during the night, I can feel it. And I can't even sleep. I literally get up, put it back on. So we're like, okay, no, that's not it. And finally, it dawned on me that no, man, this is the side of my head that I sleep on. So for whatever reasons, whether it's because the blood vessels constrict, if I mean you're sleeping on this, I really like the side of my head, you guys. It's the most comfortable spot for me. If you're sleeping like that for let's say 5 out of the 8 hours that you're supposed to sleep every day over the space of a year, how many hours is that over the space of 2 years, 3 years? Maybe it adds to constriction of the blood vessels or whatever, but something was definitely thinning out my hair on the side, and we pretty much settled that that might be the biggest issue. But now the question becomes, how do you solve it? And then that's where protective styling came in. Like I said already, I always used to wear my hair out, never really like put it in any styles like braid, like anything, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just had my hair out. And then we decided, no, I'm going to try and wear protective styling. So that before picture of when I first went to see her, and the second occasion I went to see her to get my trim and, you know, see how I'm doing. Literally, I had my hair in back-to-back mini braids and mini twists. I think for the first 2 months, I had mini twists. Didn't really like the look. I'm not sure if it's because of the person that I had them do them for me, but they just, yeah. I don't know, man. I didn't mess with it. So I saw that a lot of girlies on TikTok were doing mini braids, and I was like, what's making? Let me try this one. And then I also decided that I'm going to keep those mini braids for 2 months instead of the 1 month that I was keeping the mini twists for, because the mini twists wouldn't even keep for that long. Like, after 3 weeks, yay. I mean, you might think that this is a rugged look, like an aged look, but with the mini twists, sissy, I would, your eyes and no, I don't know. For me, I feel like the mini twists made me look like a mad woman. Yeah. Oh no, definitely made me look like a mad woman. Like, And the problem that I had with the mini twists is that, okay, I'm gonna try them again, but the first time I had them, I really wasn't happy with them. But anyways, back to the story. I was saying with the protective styles, the first, after I got the trim, I went to see Vuyo. After that, I did mini twists for a month, then I took them out, did mini twists for a month again, then I took them out. And then I decided to do mini braids, and I kept them for 2 months, but I rebraided them in the fourth month. And then on the fourth occasion, I went to go see Vuyo. And then that's when we could see like, wow, there's actually so much progress in respect of the length. Like the hair is like growing as it should. And the thickness was also coming. I couldn't believe it when I saw that picture. I was like, Sanandimlo, what do you even? I was like, oh, sorry, Mike. I'm so sorry. I was like, Ndimlo. And guess what? It really was me. So yeah, those are really the main changes that I've made in my hair care routine. Just wearing protective styles. And when I consider it for what my hair is, and considering that that was a problem that I struggled with for years, that even led to the previous big chop, even though I didn't know how to address it, I don't see that I'll be able to do anything with my hair except keep it in some or other protective style, because the reality is that if it's not in that protective style, I still sleep on this side of my head predominantly. I do try and move around during the night. I've even started trying to sleep on like my back, like so. But the point is, my hair is potentially still going to get mechanically damaged if I'm wearing it out and it's not in a protective style. You get it? So realistically, it means that for me, wearing natural hair means it being in this hairstyle most of the time, or it being in some other hairstyle that's still protective. For example, maybe flat twists, maybe, I don't know, jumbo braids instead of these mini ones. But I just cannot wear out my hair and think I'm going to retain length, or think I'm not going to struggle with thinness, because I've realized that my hair, over the experience of 10 years, like I said, because I've really figured this out only this year, just cannot take not being in a protective style. It's that delicate, it's that fragile. And I experience significant mechanical damage just from sleeping. Just from sleeping. But I think the other thing that was contributing to the mechanical damage that I had was the fact that I didn't know that you're not supposed to like manipulate your hair whilst it's like dry. Or if, I don't like using the word dry because it sounds like I was just waking up and like brushing hair that I'm like, oh, this is so dry, let me brush it. But like without you adding moisture to it or hydration, without you like spritzing it with water and making it wet and then now manipulating it. So that's something new that I've only learned this year, and it's been important for my takedowns and my detangling. I never ever used to appreciate that. And now that I realize that, I'm like, yes, baby, this is why you never retain length as well. Because every time I'd brush my hair, I'd see like the little pieces of hair like on the ground and everywhere. And you know, like how it is when you do your hair and you're like, there's a lot of hair here. But at the time, because I didn't understand that that's actually breakage, I just thought that it's normal, especially like confusing it with the issue of shed hairs. In my mind, it was just like, no, this is just a normal part of the fact that when you brush your hair, you just lose some. And also because that's something that I'd experienced my whole life, I couldn't recognize it as an issue. But I can tell you right now that ever since I've started only manipulating my hair when it's wet, I hardly see any breakage of my hair. So now that's also something where I'm like, So now not only did I have hair thinning from how I sleep, but I also had breakage from the fact that I was manipulating my hair wet. So can you see how this hair was never going to be long if I was still moving like that? Like, there's no ways it was going to be long. Like, there's absolutely no ways. And the third problem that I realized that I had, because I wasn't wearing my hair in any protective styles and I was wearing it out most of the time, for me, something as simple as thinking, oh, okay, I'm getting ready for work. Let me wake up, take a bath, brush my hair, put it in a pony. Oh, girl, I used to love those ponies. Oh, you know the pony? Just like. Evan. I used to love those ponies. I didn't realize that brushing my hair every day or every other day was over manipulation, because every time people would say you should do low manipulation hairstyles, or like don't over manipulate your hair, it never clicked to me that just brushing your hair and tying it back can be over manipulation. Because I mean, guys, do I have a hair tie? But like, just the idea that me taking my hair, okay, maybe it was in Amakota the previous night, or maybe it wasn't, just me taking that hair like this, putting it in a pony, brushing it once or twice is over manipulation. Does that sound like over manipulation to you? Like, I'm not opening any special lines. I'm not doing anything. I'm literally just brushing it and putting it back in a pony. Like, so that never clicked to me that I'm potentially over manipulating. One, because I'm doing that every other day. Not only am I doing it every other day, I'm doing it on dry hair. So then that's actually over manipulation. But to me, because I wasn't wearing braids, I wasn't getting cornrows, I literally wasn't doing anything. I'm like, what do you mean? But then I realized, Sisi, now I clocked the T. You was over manipulating, because now when I think about these hairstyles, I literally have it in for a month. In that month, I'm quite obviously not brushing my hair. I'm not doing anything to it except I'm washing it and hydrating it. So now when I think about that, me basically really manipulating my hair like once a month, and maybe when you add the wash days, you can say like 3-4 times a month, versus me brushing my hair every other day. That's like, in this hairstyle, I'm manipulating my hair 4 times a month. And even then, the manipulation isn't even anything intense, versus brushing your hair every other day, sometimes daily. So we can say at least like 20 out of 30 days, you're doing something with your hair. You see those numbers, 4 versus 20. And the hair is already fragile because it's not even in a style that's protective. So I was like, that's the problem. So now I decided that I need to be on YouTube doing this, because first of all, like I said, I think the natural hair community has taken such a big knock. Like, even when I'm on YouTube trying to find people, I'm always like so disappointed. I'm like, there's no one. I'm like, I want to watch people talking about their hair, sharing their hair struggles, their hair wins, really, what they're doing. I'm like, guys, and there is just so few people. I mean, I know there's Zinhle Africa. Also, Zinhle, girl, you need to post weekly. How you gonna have all that long hair and post once every 3 months, girl? Girl, you are a representation. We need to see the representation, okay? So yeah. So stuff like that, I'm just like, hi, guys, where are the girls? If anything, you're gonna see relax day, wash days, and all of that stuff, which I've actually been forced to watch, because I'm literally just like trying to watch anything and anyone, which is why I make these videos. And I also kind of like make them long format, because I really feel like there's such a big gap for this content, because a lot of us, like I said, took a big knock and we just called it quits, or thought of something else to do. So yeah, you guys, like, yeah, what are your guys' hair goals? Mine, honestly, is just to grow my hair as long as I can, and wear my protective styles, which, like I already told you guys, I struggle so much with it, because I'm not used to the idea of just leaving my hair alone. Oh yes, and I'm forgetting another important part before I get to me not being used to leaving my hair alone, is the moisturizing. I don't even think I was moisturizing well before I started this journey, because I used to moisturize my hair definitely on the wash days, and I used to wash my hair almost weekly. That's really why I didn't understand what was wrong with my hair. I'm washing you weekly? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? But we're not gonna give up. We are not gonna give up, because this is our pride. This is our crown. This is our heritage. But I also learned that you need to hydrate and moisturize your hair between washes. still using the LOC method. So even though I knew that I had to do that on wash days, I wouldn't do that during the week until the next wash day, which kind of makes sense about what I mean about me brushing and manipulating my hair dry. Because the thing is, if you rehydrate and moisturize your hair, then it shrinks. And then when it shrinks, you don't know what to do with it. Or at least back then, I didn't know what to do with it. So that's why I would avoid moisturizing it again. And I didn't even know that it was dry, if we're being for real. I didn't know what was going on. So I wouldn't do that. But then can you see how that would also contribute to breakage? So now what I do is that I'll have a wash day, let's say on a Saturday, then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm rehydrating and re-moisturizing the hair using the LOC method, liquid, cream, oil, the vibes. That's Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, I'm re-moisturizing using the LOC method because I wash every 2 weeks again. Then Sunday, Monday, then now it's like 2 days. Then Wednesday, I'm re-moisturizing again because I find that when it's been a while since your last wash day, your hair tends out to dry out quicker. That's been my experience, which, like I also said in the previous video, was the reason why because at the beginning of the year, I was only washing my hair once a month when I went to the hair salon for them to do the protective style for me, because I was just kind of like over it and I was like, I don't have time for this. But then something happened. I had moisture overload. Guys, kuningi. Yeah, Nina Nazi, kuningi. I had moisture overload at some point because I got too excited and I started like moisturizing my hair every single day, and then it would just literally be breaking off like wet breakage. Whenever you touch the hair, it's like, yeah, it's just breaking off. So because of that moisture overload, I decided no. I checked online and like, to solve that, you need to wash the hair. Then that's when I decided to wash my hair in a protective style, literally for the first time. Like I got the hairstyle, let's say the week before, and then the next weekend, because I realized, I've got moisture overload, I washed it to try and take out the excess conditioning and moisture in the hair and balance it out. And I did a protein treatment, and then I washed it the next week again. And then I realized that my hair was so much better hydrated when I washed it, and I didn't stretch for like that 1 month period between the washes. So then that's when I was like, right. But then I was like, the best I can do is wash it every 2 weeks because I can't do weekly, or let's say I'm not prepared to do it. So then that's also the other thing that I realized. So I was like, it just works better with moisture retention and then hydrating and re-moisturizing once in the middle of the week. And if I haven't washed my hair in a long time, then it possibly ends up being like rehydrating twice in a week. You get it? Because then I don't take longer gap days between moisturizing and hydrating. But also even there, like, don't get crazy and start doing it every day, like I said, because then you're going to have moisture overload. So once or twice between a wash day seems like a good rule of thumb. So that's where I am now. From the pictures that I've shared with you guys, that was February, and then the other picture was June. I think it was June. So now at the end of this month, I'm going to be 8 months since I started my hair growth and length retention journey, and I'm scheduled for an appointment with Vuyo at the end of the month, which I'm going to take you guys along for to see how my hair is doing. But I'm expecting a lot of growth. Once again, my hair feels good. It's in a healthy space, and right now it's actually very moisturized because I moisturized it yesterday. It feels very happy and healthy. I'm so eager to take this hair out. Like, I'm so eager. But I have like, I'd say 10, 12 days before I can take it out because we are on a schedule here. And then, like I said, I'm going to show you guys that process of me taking it out and show you like what we're looking like, and then also take you to that hair appointment. So that has been my hair care journey so far. The main big takeaways is that for me to solve the problems that I was experiencing, which is hair thinning and hair breakage, which prevented me from retaining length, is that I started wearing protective styles almost exclusively in the form of mini braids and mini twists. I started manipulating my hair only when it's been saturated with water. Okay? Only. I don't do nothing to it. Like, I don't even detangle it if I haven't like saturated with water. I don't do that. And then third, I also started rehydrating my hair between wash days, which is basically on a schedule of every third and or second every third day, I'd say. Yeah, somewhere there. Third, second, every third day. When my hair is in a protective style, and washing the hair in a protective style as well to help with moisture retention. Thank you so much for hanging around with me. What are your thoughts about where the natural hair community is? And what are some of the things that you wish we would be having conversations about? And yay, how's your natural hair journey going? Comment down below. And of course, you guys, if you do enjoy the content, please do like, subscribe. I appreciate your support. And sana into so not to say that you need long hair to be beautiful, but you know, Mina, I want long hair. So yeah, thank you so much, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.